Hello guys, my name is kiminekyt and welcome to this new video, and today we are going to be watching Emilia FV playing in her Object-279E. And now, before this video somewhat kicks off, I need to say a couple of things about this replay, or more precisely about Emilia herself and her other replays, and that is that a couple of days ago I actually wanted to record another one of her replays. The one that I actually wanted to record was the one that she uploaded onto VOD Replays, where she was playing the UDES 1516. However, because of the fact that my laziness is immeasurable, and the fact that my budgies are kinda in the mood right now because it's kinda getting hot outside and I gotta witness to their mating calls throughout the entire day's length, I couldn't really record it in time, and the damned old man Mighty Jingles actually stole that replay from me. No hard feelings, nothing wrong about it. Obviously she uploaded it onto VOD Replays, and that means that he didn't necessarily steal it, but come on man, you took away my money shot. I don't like you. I don't like you. Anyway, yesterday, while actually witnessing to the mating calls of my budgies, I managed to find another one of the replays uploaded by Emilia. And this time around, I was beaten yet again. But this time around, it was actually by Emilia herself, because she does have a YouTube channel as well. She does have approximately 4,000 subscribers, which is about 4 times as much as I do, and about 50 times less views. No, I'm totally not jealous because of the fact that she's doing much better than I am. Totally not. Either way, she is currently playing in a tank called Object-279E. That E is an incredibly important portion of the name of this tank because of one single reason, and that is that it's pretty much Wargaming telling us that, you know, we all know that you want to see this tank in action, but we are gonna keep the real tank for ourselves, and we are gonna give you the demo version of it. Yeah. In our words, basically, the Object-279E never really existed. The only tank that actually existed was the Object-279, which also, if I'm correct, there were only 3 produced three produced tanks of this kind. And they were actually supposed to be incredibly powerful. They were also kinda incredibly weird because of, well, we're gonna let you take a shot at that mouse. You can see that it actually has 4 tracks. This tank was supposed to be an absolute terminator of marshlands. Seriously, this tank was supposed to be capable of driving over anything with such a ridiculous surface area of tracks. Honestly, seriously, this thing could drive over anything. Marsh, land, it didn't freaking matter. It could be water, it could be freaking airplane, doesn't matter. This thing could go anywhere, it didn't matter. It didn't matter if the Americans had amazing navy, this tank would just drive there over like the bottom of the freaking ocean. It wouldn't matter to it. But on top of that, it also has an incredibly powerful armor because of our beloved Russian angling. Oh, everybody loves the Soviet angling. Oh, and you just managed to take a hit from your Object 430U. Was it your Object 430U? Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. It was actually the enemy's Object 430U. For a moment there, I actually thought that it was yours Object 430U, just because of the fact that I wasn't able to find it on the enemy team. Yeah, it's because it's all the way over here at the top. So yeah, amazing. Either way, we are barely 4 minutes into this game, and our hero, Emilia, was already a hero? No, it's not a hero, it's heroine. Heroine? How is it pronounced? A female version of a hero? I didn't know. Seriously, females in this game are incredibly difficult to find. Like, overall, as you might know, females overall, if it comes to video games, are incredibly rare. And finding a girl in an war-related games with, like, no cute characters and all of that kind of crap, it's pretty difficult. So, yeah, it's a pretty welcome sight to actually see a girl in a game. And I'm loving it, not to mention the fact that Emilia is a feisty little girl, and she's just putting out those amazing replays left and right. Seriously, throughout the past 3 or so days, I've been able to find like 4 replays of Emilia, and all of them were incredibly good. For real, she's playing really well. I would also recommend you to actually subscribe to her YouTube channel if you are interested in watching War of Tanks videos from a person that actually does play the game currently. She's making War of Tanks videos for approximately a year at this point, if I'm correct, and yeah, she's doing quite well. I enjoyed a couple of her videos. I probably won't be able to watch them long time because I'm not really into World of Tanks right now, but if you are into World of Tanks, I would definitely recommend you to watch it. Anyway, currently Emilia's team is falling apart, as we might see up here in the northern part of the map. Here are at least 4 different enemy tanks that are just moving over your cap circle and seeing the chance to actually flank your entire team. Well, ambush your entire team from the rear and take all of them out. So obviously most of them are just completely ignoring the cap circle and just driving straight onto your team to take them out. Emilia, obviously being the clever girl that she is, was able to spot this threat, and she's immediately swinging that entire tank around to deal with the threat immediately. Here we can see the first 2 of the enemy tanks, which are actually way too afraid to actually come over the crest of the tiny little hill over there. So the Emilia is taking the fight right towards them. Here we can see she's slowly closing up the distance towards them. Those guys are trying to get up onto this hill, which is actually a pretty nice sniping spot, but not this time around. I doubt that they are going to be able to do much from over there. Oh, and there's the enemy object 257, another ridiculously powerful Soviet heavy tank. I want to say American medium tank for some reason. I got no idea why. The object 257 is actually also a pretty decent player, as we might see over there. He was trying to cover his tiny little cupola, so Emilia won't be able to shoot at it. But as Emilia was trying to shoot at the object 257, the enemy TVP 5051 was able to put 2 nasty shells into her side armor. There we go, MX30 going for a daring move, which didn't necessarily pay off. The object 430U is trying to follow him up, and the enemy T55A is trying to do the same. But the T55A wasn't exactly as lucky as the object 430U, as Emilia was aiming directly at him. There we go, first shot into the object 430U. Your team is slowly crumbling apart. That object 257, I said how much of a good player he is, but I got no idea what the hell he is doing right now. It seems like he probably lagged or something, or he missed the shell. I got no idea what is he doing, but that doesn't matter now because he is already dead. The object 430U is struggling to penetrate Emilia's armor, as Emilia is trying to find a way to put a shell into him. And she just managed to find just that right spot to put a nasty little shell into his ass over there, into his rear over there. There we go, yet another shell. The object 430U doesn't really know how the backside of the tank works, so yeah, he's probably surprised that Emilia is even able to connect those shells. Either way, Emilia's team at this point has completely crumbled apart, with the last member, the Standard B, dying just before she was able to finish off the object 430U. So right now the Kolobanovs is at stake. Well, over here we might have seen as she just shut down the enemy object 430. The Standard B is trying to take a shot at her and misses, but she's trying to find a nice little way of putting that shell into him. Maybe she will find it, maybe she will find it. He mainly has to wait for his team at this point, because the Moisian was actually last spotted over here, and the enemy tank destroyer wasn't spotted at all. So the enemy tank destroyer might be over here. Well, I just said it. I kinda jinxed it. He's directly in front of you, letting those shells pierce him like freaking crazy. Sorry about that. The Standard B just decided to take a shot, but he doesn't have enough penetration to penetrate this tank frontally. He would need to flank you to actually be able to do anything. That is kind of the disadvantage of playing against tier 10 tanks, or more precisely against playing against Russian tanks as well. Either way, here we go. The Standard B realized that he won't be able to penetrate Emilia frontally, so he will have to flank her somehow, and he's doing exactly that. Smart move over there, but he needs some backup, because otherwise he won't be able to pull this off. He seriously needs the help of the Sterzwang over there, because that thing can actually penetrate the object 279 even frontally. There is the enemy Moisian at just 80 hit points. What the hell are you doing? Oh man, we probably won't get an answer to that because he is freaking dead. There we go, Standard B decides to take a shot and misses. Another shot bounces off of Emilia's frontal plate, but the Sterzwang was able to put a shell into the side of her turret. Turret? I think it was turret. Either way, the standard B is dealt with, and now it is just 1 versus 1. However, Emilia needs to take 2 shots to actually kill the enemy Sturzfang, whereas the Sturzfang can just shoot once and Emilia is dead. However, Emilia has a bit of an advantage when it comes to armor, but that is also kind of denied by the fact that the Sturzfang is an incredibly mobile tank capable of going about 50 kilometers backwards, if I'm correct. So it will be kind of a game of, how's it called? Cat and mouse? I might be incorrect on that. I don't know all of those weird thingies in English language. You might even hear it in my English language as well is not all that good, but there is the enemy Sturzfang, and he probably didn't have exactly a way of placing the shell inside of your tank. He was probably just trying to spot you or something like that, and he wasn't able to actually shoot at you. So you were kind of lucky over there, because if he was able to ambush you in this kind of a situation, you would be dead. If that thing loads in standard rounds, it can penetrate you. It is like 380 penetration. That is way too much, like 300 and something. I don't know how exactly much, but it does have a ton of penetration. Not to mention it can still load in the premium rounds, which I think it is actually doing. Yeah, it is fully loaded, fully stacked with those premium rounds, so it will be able to penetrate you regardless of where it pretty much hits you, for as long as it doesn't hit your turret. Either way, there is the Sturzfang running away, scuttling away like a little crab that it is. There we go, 1 shell into him, and he's not that far away. You might be able to loop another shell into him. There we go, come on! Oh yeah, there's a 10th kill of 10th kill to Emilia, and a great way of finishing up this game. G freaking G. And in the postgame says, we may see how much of a truly amazing game this was, and oh boy, it indeed was, as Emilia was capable of getting herself just 4 medals. I'm actually quite sad to see that, because she was actually able to deal... That is not the correct replay. And now we are gonna pretend like that never happened. Either way, now the real replay where we can see how much of an amazing game Emilia just pulled off. She was capable of getting herself 12 medals in total, and I'm just gonna completely skip all of these because seriously, I just wanna get to these. She was capable of getting herself Colobanos medal, Pulse medal, High Caliber medal, Cool-Headed, Spartan, Top Gun, and a Steel Wall medal. That's quite a rag you got there. Seriously, that's a ton of medals you got over here. You are also capable of dealing over 11,500 damage, which is absolutely stellar for a tier 10 game. You are also capable of getting yourself 10 kills and nearly 1800 experience, all of which are absolutely amazing. In a detail report we might see that you actually wasted a ton of money on this game because you shot out like 15 premium shells, but considering that you are an absolute expert at this game, it's kind of understandable that you're going to be using this many premiums. You also weren't completely spamming premium rounds as a lot of people nowadays on the VOD replays. You actually genuinely loaded in a plentiful of regular standard rounds, and most of the time you were using those premium rounds only at enemies that you had no chance of penetrating otherwise. After all, the Soviet tanks are not exactly revered for having somewhat exceptionally high penetration. Also, I should point out that you are capable of blocking over 7,000 damage. And another thing which you might probably not see, and that is the fact that this game was actually on your stream. Yeah. So be sure to check that stream. I'm probably not gonna watch the stream because I myself do not like streams, and I'm not really playing World of Tanks right now, but I definitely checked out your YouTube channel and you are making decent videos. So if you are currently watching this video, thank you, because you actually managed to find it. Secondarily, good job. Anyway, this is gonna be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and before that, I just wanna say that actually Emilia beat me to making this video before me. Yeah, I seem to be copying other YouTubers. Great. Anyway, this is gonna be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.